Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color session. Being the 30th of October 2025, I'd like to use this opportunity to really apologize for starting late. Right, so instead of the usual pair that we analyze on Thursdays, we're just going to go through DXY, GBP USD, and Euro USD to see what the market has for us today. And while analyzing, if you have a contrary bias from everything that we will be saying today, please feel free to type in chat box and we'll get to see the market from your own perspective. Right, so starting off with the XL and the monthly time frame, for a long time, if you've been joining the Wednesday and Friday analysis, we've been speculating that overall, in the long run, we should see price trading into the left shoulder on the weekly time frame. And by that, I mean there's the left shoulder right here at 107.490, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. This is exactly what we want to see price do, for price to retrace right back into this left shoulder and sell off that point. This is what we are speculating to see what a price do on the weekly time frame. And coming down to the daily time frame, we've actually been wanting to see price do this, right? We've been wanting to see price clear the high right here at 100.249 on the daily time frame, and price has just been stalling. But the most recent price action is actually to the upside right here. Right, so I'm expecting to see price clear out the high at 99.520 on the daily time frame. And coming down to the 4-hour time frame, we've been looking out for price to clear out the double top right here, double top residing at 99.520. We've seen that liquidity has been grabbed. Price actually ranged for a very long time before we saw the grab of liquidity on the 4-hour time frame. And establishing the fact that we are actually looking out for buy opportunities on the 15 minutes time frame, I can actually see this, the classic box pattern right here, shoulder at 98.583, sweep to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside, right? Sharp sweep to the upside and a sharp break to the upside, sharp sweep to the downside and a sharp break to the upside. This is what we want to see price do. We want to see price retrace right back into this left shoulder. And once that happens, best believe I am more than willing to buy the XY. Please, if you have questions or different bias from everything I am saying, do well to type in the chat box and we will be attending to your questions. On the weekly time frame, I beg your pardon, for GBP USD, nothing has actually changed from everything we have been analyzing for a period of time now. We want to see price retrace right back into 1.24817. Right, once we see that happening long term, we are going to be taking the buy of GBP USD on the weekly time frame, right? So we want to see price retrace right back into 1.248. I want to see price retracing into 1.24817, and once price gets there long term, I'm willing to buy the XY. And of course, it's a sell to buy. It's selling to the left shoulder at 1.24817, right? And a buy of that level. On the 4-hour time frame, of course, we're seeing that, on the daily time frame, we're seeing that structure has been tending more to the downside, and we probably will see price clearing the low at this level, 1.31753. Right, on daily time frame, that's what we're looking out for price to do. And coming down to the 4-hour time frame, this low that we were actually looking out for price to break has actually been broken. The low at 1.32601, and down to the 1 hour time frame, we were actually, this was the level we marked yesterday for price to retrace right back into 1.33481. We're actually looking out for price to retrace right back into this left shoulder. But that hasn't happened yet, and we're just seeing more push to the downside. Of course, we don't want to be selling at discount. We want to sell at premium. And to sell at premium, we need to see price retrace into the left shoulder at 1.33481. Coming down to the 15 minutes time frame, let's see what price has for us. On the 15 minutes time frame, pretty much the same point of interest as to where we want to sell from. We want to see price retrace right into 1.33481, and then once that happens, I am more than willing to sell GBP USD. Down to Euro USD to see what price has for us. On Euro USD, the weekly time frame, right? Most recent price action has actually been bullish. We actually want to buy once price retraces into this left shoulder at 1.06629. Coming down to the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, price has been stolen. If you observe what price has done on the on GBP USD, the 4 hour time frame, price has actually cleared the low. But for Euro USD, it is still very much stalling. It is still very much stalling. We haven't seen price clear the low on the 4 hour time frame, but we've seen it do that on GBP USD, the 4 hour time frame. And of course, they are correlated. They are correlated. So eventually, we should see Euro USD clear the low at 1.15875. On the 1 hour time frame, also, structure is to the downside, right? We saw this low being cleared out, the low at 1.16216. This low has been cleared out, right? This fair value gap has been filled. We may see price sell off that point. Let's see if we can spot any box pattern strategy. Right, so there's one right here. Shoulder at 1.16440, sweep, a sharp sweep to the upside and a sharp break to the downside, right? We want to see price tap right back into this level, 1.16440. And once that happens, I will be taking a sell of Euro USD. Mind you, the sell is just the retracement that we are catching for price to, fully trade into the left shoulder on the weekly time frame. We may see price doing its thing. We may even see buy opportunities in all of this when looking out to sell Euro USD. Please, if you have questions at this point, it's a good point to ask your questions. If you have questions, if you have a different bias, if you have a completely different outlook from everything that has been said, please type in the chat box and we will be seeing your own analysis. We'll be seeing the market from your own perspective. Right, while we're doing that, the FX bootcamp training is currently ongoing. The FX bootcamp training is currently ongoing for the October edition. You can actually take opportunity for the November edition. Send us a message on 081 1699 5030 so that will help with your registration. And if there are no questions, we'll be going on a very brief break. And right after that, we'll be coming on board for the second segment of today's market caller session. Cheers and God bless.
Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome back to the market follow session. Second part. I'll be looking at the US equities market this morning and we're seeing how those markets are behaving. The opportunity we can take advantage of in the market. All right. Okay, so quickly I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be looking at what we have going on today. All right. On the daily time frame, we are extremely bullish, right, to the upside. We've been bullish now since last week, right? Price has been moving very, very bullish to the upside. But what we have yesterday was quite unique because up until 2-3 in the afternoon, we still saw the markets, being very interesting, right? It's 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. We still saw the markets being interesting to the upside, and then news release came, and then we saw the market tanking to the downside, which is really interesting. What I'm seeing here, we have like a minor break of structure, like a sweep of liquidity above, and then a break of structure. Some people call it change of character, anyone you want to, or you choose to call it, right? To the downside. You have something here also to the upside. Right? So this is a very good kind of box strategy pattern here. And then what do we have here? We have a lot of confidences. Plus what? This is under fair value gap. It's a fair value gap here, right? You look at it very carefully. This is a fair value gap. Let me adjust this properly. You can see it here from this zone to this down zone, right? So price could as well sell off from 50%. That's 0.5% of this fair value gap. Or use it. Okay. 50% of the fair value gap and come to the downside or this other block, right? But then the closest confluence or area that is looking valid is the fair value gap. If you don't want to miss out, let me use this line chart to mark out the zone. Right? This is the closest if you don't want to miss out, and then of course take profit to somewhere around here. This zone, right? Have a sweep, a break to the downside, fair value gap, other block. A more refined entry will be the other block, right? This other block here will give you 1:4. 1:4 RR-ish, yeah. 1:4, 1:4. Okay, so that's what we have this morning on US30. Of course, this is predicated on the fact that markets just keep moving the way it has been going. Initially, we don't have anything significant from fundamental to disrupt the flow of technical analysis. But from technical analysis perspective, especially with what we have going on now, there's a shift already, a break, a shift to the downside, and then expect the market tap into it and come back to this zone, right? If it takes this out, then that's a proper shift of market structure, right? A break in market structure, which is now more even valid compared to this first break, right? This is the first shift that is suggestive of the fact that we are changing structure. But then if this analysis play out the way we've marked it out now, that means there'll be another break of structure here, which signifies strongly that the market is moving to the downside, right? Which is unlikely, truly speaking, with what we have going on with fundamental, right? Which is unlikely. So for US30, US100 and the rest, it's kind of tricky. Sometimes technical will be confirmed. However, the fundamental will be suggestive of another thing. And if that's the case, it makes you to be more conscious and more careful whether or not you want to just follow pure technicals or allow the technicals to be in alignment with the fundamental to take trades. But what I'm seeing here this morning is a very, very good opportunity for sale for technical analysis. All right, moving to the US30, US100, sorry. US100, also on the daily time frame, we are what? We are extremely bullish. We are bullish to the upside. Extremely bullish, right? We didn't have any change of character on this. Okay, so far so good, right? Nothing really significant has really taken place that warrants a shift of structure even on the 1 hour time frame. The best we have was just this, and price didn't close below all of this. This is a very good entry that happened. Price mitigated all of this for a buy already, so there's no opportunity to enter this buy, this one that happened here. Price already mitigated it. There's no opportunity for even buy from this zone, probably except to go into the 30-minute time frame, which is still not clear. This price action here is not looking valid. It's so screwed that there's no other block except probably we want to go into lower time frame, begin to now see some form of other block and the rest. And the other block has been turned into a mitigation block, right? It was broken through and then price is now reacting off of it to move to the upside. Kind of a mitigation block now, which is for me, I wouldn't want to take first. I want to see what the higher time frame is doing, right? And the 1 hour is not still clear. So for that, I'm just going to leave the US100, that's NASDAQ, and then let's see S&P 500. Almost the same thing with S&P 500. All right. On S&P 500, we are kind of like a liquidity sweep and then to the downside, but then no structure was broken, right? And if structure is not broken, what does that mean? If structure is not broken, then we are not looking forward to take trade. We want to see that structure is properly broken, right? To the downside or to the upside. Then you can now be assured to say, okay, we want to take this trade because now everything is in alignment, right? Until that happens, we don't want to take any trade. For today, what we have that is clear from this market is what US30 in terms of directional bias. US30 is very clear and very obvious as to the sell, right? You have seen structure break to the upside, liquidity grab from the upside, a break of structure to the downside, and then a fair value gap, another block that is looking very valid. So why not? We have to take the trade, and it looks very compared to the US100 and also S&P 500. All right, it's a good time to ask your question. If you have any question, Ezekiel, Ayuba, and Anna, do you have any question as regards what we've seen this morning? The analysis being made US30, NAS100, and S&P 500. Do we have any question whatsoever? Do we have any question? Do we have any question? So that we can just look into it very briefly. Let me see your comments in the chat box, please, if you have any questions. Okay, I've asked any questions, sir. All right, thank you so much. We'll be reconvened by 2 p.m. for the New York market color, and hopefully we'll see what price have done between now and then. We can use that period to either realign our setup or just, see how our setup is doing, provided if our venture price is able to take us in this morning, all right, thank you so much. I wish you all the profitable trading. Cheers and God bless, guys. See you by 2 p.m. Thank you.